please don't steal this 5K per day cold email strategy if you're an agency owner or like a coach. We're sending a lot of clients with the strategy, and I don't want anyone else to make money with it. So, yeah, let me show you what it is, okay? So it starts with getting the right leads, right? So it's about getting the right people because, quite honestly, if you don't have the right leads, then it can mess up the whole system. Okay, so lead quality is going to mess up the whole system. It is that important. So how we get leads, because we target coaches and consultants and agency owners, okay, is we get them on LinkedIn, because the reason why we use LinkedIn and we don't use like Apollo or D7 Lead Finder or whatever else like kind of scraping software, and the reason why we have a VA in-house that manually scrapes the leads is because, again, lead quality is really important, and you got to make sure that you are reaching out to the right people who are actually from your niche and who might actually need your help. Okay, so it's really, really important. And the reason why we use LinkedIn is because it's really easy to tell if someone is from your niche. Now, for us personally, because again, we work with coaches, consultants, agency owners, whatever, it is really easy to find them on LinkedIn. They spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. This is pretty much where they congregate. And it's really easy for us to, kind of see if they're qualified or not. Okay. So for example, obviously if you have like real estate agents or whatever, then, you're going to find them on like other, websites or I don't know, whatever, right? Real estate related websites. If you're working with fitness trainers, then you might find them on Instagram and so on. But the whole purpose is that you got to find out where does your niche congregate, where can you find them hanging out, and then after that, you got to make sure that, again, they're really qualified, they are your ideal client. So this is why we have a VA in-house kind of scraping the leads. So it all starts from their social media profile. This is the extraction point, so to say. I'm gonna open up just a random profile. I'm sorry, Carrie, because I'm showing your profile. I don't know this person, but it's really simple, right? So we just pick up a profile. We just kind of want to check it out, make sure that it's qualified, right? For us, we're targeting coaches, so this one would be qualified. And then obviously, what we would do is we would just check for her website or for an email address. Now, you're first of all gonna check the contact info right here. So I'm not gonna click on it because we're actually gonna find her details. But here, there's a chance that you're gonna find her email or even her website. So if you cannot find the email right away on their social media platform or like profile, whatever it is, like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, then you can just go to their website, especially if it's like a business, and you can just look for their email there. Okay, so again, you gotta have a VA that's gonna manually do this, because again, lead quality is really important. If you're gonna use like Apollo or like any other like lead generating software, like lead scraping software, you're not gonna have the best quality. Those people have been absolutely blasted with cold emails, and you're not going to get the best results. So really important that you have someone in-house, a VA, that's going to do this for yourself and is going to scrape the leads themselves. Okay, so after we have found the email, okay, because this is basically what we're looking for, obviously you're going to put it in a CRM, which can be like a really simple Google spreadsheet. You do not need to overcomplicate it. Just put them on a spreadsheet and that's it. Now, here is the fun part, because what we do as part of the email is we want to have like a personalized first line. Okay, this is the secret. The email has to look like a text message that you just send to a friend, really short, really to the point, and it needs to be personalized. Okay, now how do we do this? How do we personalize this at scale? Well, what I did is I built like a chat GPT. This is like a custom GPT that I personally built, where I kind of trained it to write personalized first lines based on a LinkedIn profile. So how it works is, really simple. I'm just gonna, sorry, Carrie. Okay, gotta use your profile for an example here. So I'm gonna copy pretty much the bio and really the about section. I'm gonna put it in here. And because I built a custom GPT, I kind of trained the GPT to spit out a personalized first line based on the details from the profile. So this way, the VA or like the lead scraper can pretty much just obviously find the email address from the profile, and they're also going to put the personalized first line in a spreadsheet by using the GPT that I built for them, right? So it's really simple. They just kind of copy paste this. They don't even need to think, and they kind of paste this into the GPT, and boom, it spits out a custom line, personalized line that actually looks real. Now, granted, obviously you got to train your custom GPT. You got to give it at least, like, I would say bare minimum 30 examples of some personalized first lines written by yourself, by you looking at the profile. So you got to give it examples. So 30 profiles and 30 really, really good personalized first lines that you fed into the system. And then after this, you ask it like, okay, well, based on this profile, then write this personalized first line. You need to kind of go back and forth with them a little bit just to kind of correct it, just to make sure that it's going to be absolutely on point. Because again, this is a secret. You absolutely need to have a personalized first line. So again, you just build a custom GPT. This is how it works. You paste the bio and the about section in here, and it's going to spit out a personalized first line that's actually really, really good. We use a really simple personalized first line as well. As you can see, it's pretty much just I saw that you're doing X, right? Or whatever they do, right? So this is how it works. Again, the social media platform, or like rather their social media profile, is just the extraction point. We want to find out their website. If we cannot find their email address right on their LinkedIn profile or whatever it is, we go to their website. We're trying to find an email address. If we cannot find any email address, valid email address anywhere, then we're just going to skip that lead. That's it, right? But if we can find an email address, and by the way, email address, I don't mean info at, right? So info at email addresses are not considered good because it's just going to go to a gatekeeper, or just it's not going to go to the person, right? So no info at emails. But once we found a good email, again, obviously we have the email, then we get the VA to, just source all the leads, like scrape all the leads, and, put the personalized first lines as well. And that is it. Now, how does the email look like? Look, cold email is really popular. A lot of people are doing it, right? So what you got to do with cold email if you want to get results is you just got to make it really, really unique, and really you got to make it, you got to stand out. That's it. That's the only rule. If you want to get cold email to work, you got to stand out. You got to be unique. There's also something else that we use which works really well, which is humor. We use a lot of self-deprecating humor in cold emails because people hate receiving cold emails. They hate receiving follow-ups. But if you are going to use a funny message, a funny email, if you're going to use self-deprecating humor, they're going to love it, and it's not going to be so much of a pain in the ass to receive an email that, you're going to make them laugh a little bit. You have a good offer. That's magic. They're going to book the call. So this is the secret sauce, people, right? It's just like using a little bit of humor. I prefer self-deprecating humor. Make them laugh a little bit. Even if it's like a chuckle, like a small laugh, you make them laugh a little bit, and you have an offer that's really good. They're going to book the call. It's just as easy as that. So let me break down the structure right here. A really simple greeting, right? Hello, hey there, blah, blah, first name. Personalized first line that we just wrote with a GPT, right? With a custom GPT is really easy. Then permission-based pitch intro. So this is more like a cold DM than an email, right? It's really like a cold DM structure using email. This is why it works so well, because not everyone is doing this. Permission-based pitch intro, right? Hey, look, be fully transparent, right? I want to pitch you something, right? I want to, whatever it is, I want to try to sell you something, but only if you're open to it, not without your permission. So permission-based intro, this is really important. Give them a way out. Value hook, right? So what exactly is your offer in one sentence? If you help people get more clients, a new way to get more clients. If you help people to lose weight, a different way to lose weight. So it's just like your offer encapsulated in like one sentence. That's it. Do not write more here. Now, it's really important that you present this from a new and different perspective. Like, this is not something that you've tried before. You don't necessarily need to say this, but it's part of the big four emotions: new, easy, safe, big, right? So really simple here. We got to emphasize the new and different. So nobody is going to buy the same thing that they've already bought before and it didn't work for them. So you gotta use words, okay, to describe what you have as new and different. So something that we use really simple: new way of getting more clients, different way of losing weight, right? Like an unconventional way of getting more dates, or whatever you sell, obviously. You just gotta make it seem new, different, and unique. This is really, really important, all right? If you don't have this, it's not really gonna work, okay? Keep it simple, keep it short. Then a low commitment call to action. We do not ask for a call in the first email. No, we just want to send a video, which is basically a VSL that is going to get them to book a call. So this is how the funnel works. It's really simple. So very low commitment call to action is, and we make the VSLs under 2 minutes, so that commitment is really, really low. They just got to watch the 2-minute video, and if they want to, they're going to book the call. So we just keep it 2 minutes. And then playful, way out, exit option. So you got to give them a way out. Okay, this is what people love. They love the freedom to actually choose what they want to do. So you got to give them a way out. So how I like to do it, again, we like to use humor. If not, just hit me with your best insult. That's totally fine if you're not interested. Just hit me with your best insult. I'll take it like a champ. Again, self-deprecating humor. You're going to make them laugh. You give them a way out. So it's not so much about the script, as you can see, but it's about like what makes the script work, if that makes sense. So we can just freaking copy paste this in your industry and it's going to work. Signature, something really simple. This is basically the signature: name, founder of company, website. Does not have to be in here. I did a mistake. No websites. So this is the first email. Now we're going to send a second email. Things are broken a little bit here, but we're going to send a second email. And if they do not respond to the second email, we're going to stop emailing them. So you only want to send out 2 emails. And obviously after you send out the 2 emails, you're going to have like a follow-up sequence if they asked for the VSL. Because we're not going to send the VSL right away. So they need to tell us, yes, interested, or okay, I'm open to hearing it. And then only after that, we're going to send them the VSL. So the call to action is give me a yes so I can send you the VSL. That's it. Okay. So this is the first email. Again, whether they respond, obviously if they don't respond, we're going to send them the second email, which is going to be the last email. Okay. If they don't respond at all. It's really simple. Greeting, same as previous one. Call back to previous email. So kind of reminding them like what the first email was about. Again, a lot of humor, right? This is what people love, I'm telling you. And this has to look like a text message as well. So what I like to say, perhaps you didn't have a good enough insult to send me. I'm telling you, we got a lot of positive replies. So just people love it. That's just as simple as that. Polite nudge. Any thoughts on my cheeky previous email? Kind of acknowledging that it's a bit cheeky, stuff like that. Then the closing, hopefully it won't be an actual insult, right? Because obviously in the previous email, we kind of told them like, hey, send me your best insult. And respectful opt-out. If you're not interested, no problem. Just reply stop. You got to have this, right? You got to have this line. Otherwise, like people are just going to, block you. You're not going to be compliant. So obviously you need to have like an opt-out option. You don't need any link or anything like that. Just like a simple sentence like this is going to do the work. So it's really simple. So this is the second email. If they do not respond after this one, you're going to just stop altogether, right? In the sense that this is the last email that you're going to send out. Obviously, if they do respond, if they respond negatively, you're just going to get them out of list. If they respond positively, right, either to the first or the second email, you're going to send an email with a VSL. It's really simple. You just send out the VSL through Loom, and then you're going to sell it. You're going to say something like, okay, down below I just pasted the video. In the video, basically explain exactly how our process works, how we can help you potentially get more clients. Have a look. If it sounds good, then just drop another email and we can talk further. So basically, again, the call to action from the video is for them to actually book a call. And we're also going to have a blue button in the top of the Loom video that says book a call. So this is how it works. Now, here's the thing, okay? You're also going to need follow-up messages for this email structure, okay? So if they replied positively, okay, to any of these 2 emails, and obviously you have sent out the VSL, sometimes they're not going to book right away. So you kind of need to follow up with them like multiple times. Here is the secret to successful follow-ups, funny follow-ups. Okay, so in follow-ups, we use images. We use a lot of, funny memes and stuff like that. This is what works really well. So this is an example. Again, it's just an example. We are going to do 7 follow-ups. So if we send out a VSL, but then they haven't booked a call or we haven't heard back from them, we are going to follow up with them 7 times. After 7 follow-ups, if we have no response from them, obviously, then we're just going to leave them alone. The follow-ups, we use either a joke or like a funny image in every single follow-up. So what we typically do, the first 2 follow-ups are like, or actually first follow-up is a funny joke, right? It's just like a text. Second follow-up is a meme. The third follow-up is a text, and then all of the other follow-ups are basically going to be memes, okay? In terms of the memes, we use 2 types of memes. So niche-specific memes. For example, if you work with real estate agents, then you can use like a meme that is specific to real estate agents that only real estate agents are going to understand. And the second type of meme is a meme about waiting. So you about waiting for them to kind of reply. This is an example of a meme that it's kind of like a waiting meme with this dog looking at a camera. So this is a waiting meme. So again, 2 types, niche specific, depending on your niche. That only the people from your niche would understand and they would resonate with it. So again, it creates similarity, the similarity attraction principle. And the second is memes about waiting. That's about it. It's a really simple system. There's nothing much to it, honestly. But again, the secret sauce is that you got to be unique. You got to be really funny, use a lot of humor. Because again, people hate cold emails. People hate follow-ups. But if you do them in a way in which it's funny and you make them laugh a little bit, they're gonna love it. And because look, everyone is busy, right? They're probably on their email because they have some client work to do. But if you just slide in with a little humor, a little joke, you're gonna make them laugh. They're gonna have like a small dopamine rush, which is gonna make them feel good. They're gonna associate that, that them feeling good with your email, and they're gonna be like, yo, this guy made me laugh, I'm gonna reply to him, that's really funny, I like it, okay, whatever, send the VSL, whatever, let's have a call, I enjoyed it. So I'm telling you, people absolutely love it. And then again, remember, the secret as well is in the lead quality, because if your leads are trash, if lead quality is really bad, if you're scraping leads with like a Polo or D7 lead finder or whatever it is, then your lead quality is going to be trash. And trash lead quality, like lead quality can mess up the whole system. If you have the best leads, you're going to get amazing results. If you have average leads, you're going to get average results, and so on. Okay, so this is how it works. This is the whole system. Don't use it. Okay, do not copy it, because it works really well. We book a lot of calls with it, and I don't want anyone else to make a lot of money with it. So look, if you're a coach, agency owner, or consultant, I have a pretty cool offer for you that is based on results. We can help you get clients, again, with a results-based offer. So if you want to get more clients, right, if you want to scale to 50K a month, 100K per month, and so on, there's a link in the description that is for you. We have a pretty cool offer. Again, it's results-based. If you want to check it out, check it out. If you don't, then that's cool as well. Smash the like button on this video. YouTube is going to show you more videos like this one. And smash the subscribe button on this channel. I'm going to post more videos like this one with funny memes and, crazy dogs. So subscribe for this dog. But yeah, I'm going to see you in the next video.